Greetings, Local 2627 sisters and brothers. Today is Monday, February 1st. Hope everybody had a great weekend and happy holidays for all those who celebrate Black History Month. It starts tonight. DC 37 is having their ribbon cutting tonight at 6 o'clock downstairs. Anyway, a couple of quick items, actually 3 items. One, there's a petition going around going to DCAS. The members are requesting that DCAS give a E&E exam, education experience exam, instead of a question and answer exam, because the members feel, since we live in a proprietary environment, that the members are not going to be properly represented in the exam. So a lot of people are not going to pass the exam, or are not going to score high enough, because the exam is not going to have their specialties in the Q&A. So this is going around to a couple of the big agencies. If you're interested in signing this petition and you don't have a copy of it, give us a call. Maybe I can forward you a copy, get one from someplace. Anyway, that's that. The other thing is expenses. If you work at a site and they send you to go to someplace else after you've already arrived at work, they owe you that expense money to go from one site to the other site. Now, don't say because you have your own Metro card or unlimited ride. No, it makes no difference. They owe you the expense of going to one site to another site. Now, if you have to come back to your work site, that means they owe you round trip. If they tell you to go home, they only owe you one way. If they tell you to go home from the site that they send you to, then they only owe you one way. But in any case, you need complete recoupment of the money that you spent to go to this other site. So if you have any problem with that, make sure you call us. And I understand there's a problem at CSI with that. So if you can't talk to management and reason with them about it, then give us a call at the office. We'll take care of it. The other thing is, I want to remind people how important it is to vote. People saying voting don't make any difference. Voting does make a difference. You see how they have attacked the President of the United States for the last 7 years. 4 years, they really did a job on him. But because people went to the polls and voted, he still got reelected. Now, the numbers weren't great like the first time, but he still got reelected. So you have to make sure that you go out there and vote. And the governor has asked for a constitutional convention in New York State, which means if they have this convention, and if the convention goes his way, they're able to change things like our pension and other legislation that's not handled by, like welfare fund legislation that's not handled by contracts. So you need to make sure that you vote. We need to make sure that we put the right politicians in to protect us, and especially with what's coming up now with Friedrichs versus the California Teachers Association, which could change life as we know it in the unions, because they're trying to disband unions all around the country, and one method of doing it is by taking away our monies. So this voting is very important. We need to put the right politicians, we need to put the right senators, congressmen, and anybody else, even the local leaders that we need. We need to make sure that they know that we go out there and vote, because our voting record so far at DC 37 has been very poor. And when the politicians can see what our voting record what it's like, and they're saying, why should they bother helping us if we don't help them at the polls? And the last thing, good and welfare this week, we want to say send our sorrow out to President Eddie Rodriguez. President Eddie Rodriguez is the president of DC 37 and also the president of Local 1549. His son Jason passed away last week, and our love and our sorrow goes out to President Rodriguez at this time. In solidarity, this is Robert Ajayi.